Vincent, the second nurse diagnosed with Ebola, hiring a lawyer. They say claims that Vincent acted recklessly are not true, that she followed CDC guidelines. All rise. Judge Andrew Napolitano is here. I think
Why do you think she hired the lawyer?
Oh, I think she's being defensive.
Yes.
I think she expects to be sued by various entities.
Yes, and I think I think that's a reasonable expectation in our over-litigious environment, something that you and I both agree on. I don't think she expects to sue anyone. I think she reasonably anticipates that the people with whom she came in contact, who lost 21 days of their lives, let's face it, they're locked up in their homes for 21 days, are going to sue her for the fair market value of that economic loss. Now, if they do sue her, who will bear financial responsibility for defending her, paying a settlement if there is any, paying a judgment if there is any?
Tell me.
Her homeowner's insurance company.
Really?
Yes, if she rents and she has rental insurance, if she owns, presumably she has homeowner's insurance. Well, almost all of them have a clause in there for out-of-the-home behavior of this nature. Now, what is the effect of this clause? Shifts financial responsibility from the person who may have caused the harm, this nurse herself, to the insurance carrier for her home. Probably not even contemplated at the time the policy was obtained.
Yeah, really. Is this common that a homeowner's insurance would...
I'm going to guess if you check your homeowner's insurance, of course, in your case, it'll take you a month because you have so many homes and so many policies. But if you check your homeowner's insurance policies, I assure you, you are covered for things like libel, slander, assault and battery. If you get in a fight in the bar, also inconceivable with you. But things that have nothing to do with your home. Why? Because the states in which these policies are written require this broad-based defense.
Now, it occurs to me, take the bridal store in Cleveland, which Ms. Vinson visited,
yes,
and which was subsequently closed. At least for one day, it was closed. They could sue her for loss of business, yes, because of her behavior.
Yes.
But they would know that the homeowner's insurance policy covers her. That those lawyers for the bridal shop, they would know that she's got a pot of gold that can be gone after.
Yes, they probably would. And that would be a classic case of a lawsuit. You came into my shop, here's their argument, knowing you were ill, and as a result of what you did, we lost business. Pay us the business, give us the money we lost, get us the money we lost from some other source, or we will sue you. So she is wise to obtain legal counsel. But if it's going to be her homeowner's insurance policy that will take up the defense, they, and not she, will choose the lawyers.
That's right, because they become the defenders, correct, of their clients.
They're at risk, and they want a law firm with which they're familiar. And as you probably know today, they're usually captive law firms, meaning law firms that work in-house for the insurance companies.
Okay. How about Ron Klain being invited to testify this Friday before Congress?
I don't know what the heck he's going to say. He hasn't even started yet.
No, he's not on the job yet.
Give him a few minutes to sign his paperwork and get on the job.
About his credentials. You don't know nothing. You know nothing about healthcare policy.
Right.
You know a lot about Solyndra, which you organized.
Right.
I mean, you could go after
the man. He's probably going to say, look, I ran Al Gore's office, I ran Joe Biden's office, I know how to get things done. That's probably the best argument for him.
He's a fixer, though, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
He's a political fixer.
You know what would fix this far better than all the politicians?
The Marine Corps General.
The free market. Let the free market get the FDA out of this, get the TSA out of this, let the airlines decide who's going to fly on their planes, let people take whatever drugs they want, let the big pharma sell drugs without 10 years of testing and billions of dollars of money wasted. That would settle this.
Who would handle protocols for the treatment of patients who walk into an emergency room, for example, or the idea of isolating people who've had contact with Ebola patients? Who would handle that?
We are not permitted to give you standard drugs, Mr. Varney, but if you want to take a chance, we have reason to believe this drug works. If you sign a waiver, we'll give it to you. Otherwise, the government will not let us use it. You don't even have that today. You don't even have the option to take the chance. If you're sick and dying, of course I'll take the chance on this drug.
But that's because
under our laws, you don't have.
No, that's you lawyers that did
that. Well, that's not me lawyers. That's big government lawyers.
Right. You cannot sign away your right to sue, can you?
Yes, you can with respect to a drug, even without the signing away. Why shouldn't a sick person be able to take the choice of taking an experimental drug rather than allowing the virus to ravage their body?
Oh, that's an easy question to answer.
Let's hear it.
Because the government has to protect us from snake oil salesmen.
Government has to protect us from our own free choices.
Informed choices or manipulated choices?
Could be.
A snake oil salesman will say, this snake oil, man, it's good for you.
It could be a desperate choice.
Yes.
One I would prefer to make rather than have the government make for me.
So is a desperate choice a rational choice?
If it's the only choice you can make, I'd rather be able to make it than have the government say, no, they didn't complete their round of testing. We think it might work. It works 85% of the time, but they're not yet ready for you. Go ahead and die.
Have we had this conversation before?
In a different vein.
Thank you, Judge. Always
Pleasure.
good.
Pleasure, Stuart.
The Obama administration